Hey, welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Fishing Adventures. I'm in a little bit different spot today. I'm over on the coast. And so this is going to be a little coast episode. See if we can catch any fish. I'm going to try different spots. We'll see how it goes. So the reason that I'm down on the coast is because my father-in-law had a heart attack. So we've come down to visit him, and this is my old stomping grounds. This is where I went to high school and all of that. But thankfully, praise God, he's doing well and recovering. So that is great. It was a scary situation to be sure, but it's interesting talking to him and talking to others as we're talking about the heart attack, that there's just a whole bunch of little things that happen along the way that you see God's hand in it. And a lot of people like to use this word coincidence, like, oh, that's such a great coincidence, you know? But really, there is no such thing as coincidence. What it is the providence of God. The providence of God. Providence meaning that God intervenes and directs and governs the affairs of the universe, and his people and people in general, everything. There's not a molecule that is not under his control, and he governs everything to bring about his purposes and to glorify himself. And even with this situation with my father-in-law's heart attack, you know, it's just little things where a lot of people would go, oh, what a coincidence, you know, that's just great. But really what it is the providence of God and God working things for purpose. Now, that doesn't mean that every single person that has a heart attack is going to survive and God's hand's going to be upon it for what seems like healing and recovery. Sometimes people will die of a heart attack, but God is still in that, because God is governing the affairs of everything for his purposes. There's just no doubt about that. God is all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful. He's the sovereign creator and sustainer of all things. So there really is no such thing as coincidence. It's just providence and God working out his purposes. So praise God that he is most likely going to recover and everything happened the way it did. Just little things like they live kind of far out of town, real far out of town. And if this would have happened when they were at home, chances are he wouldn't have made it. It would have taken a while for an ambulance to get to where they were at, where they live. And it's one of those things where he was nearly close to death. He was shocked 3 different times to be brought back. So, you know, there wasn't a lot of extra time. They were out fishing in the bay here, and they'd come back in from fishing, and he wasn't feeling well and started to throw up and started having really bad chest pains. And of course, he's one of those guys that's like, oh, I'm okay. But luckily, his brother was visiting from out of town and was with him, and he's the one that called 911. If my father-in-law would have been by himself and all that, then he probably wouldn't have called. And chances are, you know what, like, even if it was me and I was with him, I may not have called at that time, because if he tells me that he's okay and like, yeah, don't call 911, well, he's my father-in-law, and I probably would just do what he kind of told me until it got really bad. Well, it did get really bad. And so it's one of those things where thankfully his brother called when he did. The ambulance, when it came, was actually really close to where they were at. Once again, God's providence. It wasn't a long distance. They were able to get there real quickly. And there's a whole bunch of little things like that you would say, oh, that's such a great coincidence. It's God's providence. And God's providence, this is what I want us to understand, is that God's providence always always works out for his purposes and his glory. That's always. Now, that doesn't mean that from our end that things seem that they always work out, right? Like, if, heaven forbid, my father-in-law dies of this heart attack, that doesn't mean that God is any less in that, and that it's any less a part of his will and purposes, right? And so just reflecting on that and what a great truth that is. And praise God, my father-in-law is going to be okay. Oh, we're getting a little bite here. See that line dancing? It's just a little fish though. Oh, must be like a bluegill or something. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got a fish. Oh, nice. Come on, baby. Get up over that. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, we got him. We got him. He's in the weeds. Let's get him here. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Oh, nice largie. Nice largie. Okay. Let me get him here. Okay. Look at that. I mean, he absolutely choked that, but that's a nice fish there. That's a 2.5 pounder, at least. What a great fish. Great fish. But yeah, look at that. He swallowed that. Nice fish. Cool. He's fat too. Fat fish. Let's go get next to this log over here. Oh, money cast. Money. Oh yeah. I knew it. Come here. Feels like a good one. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. It's nice, but it's not great. But it's a fish. Nice. Okay. Fish number 2. Nice LMB. So something's hit me down here, but I don't know what it is. But this is a little slough, literally just a little tidewater. It's right by my in-laws' house on the coast. And in all these years, I have never tried to fish it. I know that there's salmon and steelhead that run up here, but I don't know if there's anything else in here, but there's something nibbling. There might be some small trout or something in here. I don't know. Oh. Dang it. Okay, got one. Got one. Here we go. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got. This is a little cutthroat. A little cutthroat. Look at that. That's about a, I don't know. It's a nice little cutthroat. Oh, whoa. What the heck? What is this? Oh, a sculpin? This is a sculpin of some sort. Calm down. That's interesting. So this is a whoa. This is a sculpin of some sort. Let's get the old sculpin back. Oh, we got one. Another little cutthroat. All right. This is a better one. Nice cutthroat. Beautiful. See the little thing right there? About 7 inches, maybe creeping up on 8. It's nice. Perfect. Let's let him go. Awesome. Okay, that is going to do it for this coast episode of Kingdom Fishing Adventures. It spanned a couple days, but not a really whole lot of fishing. We fished about 2 hours yesterday for bass, caught 2. Fished about an hour today in this little slough and caught 2 cutthroat and a sculpin. So we didn't get a whole lot of fishing in, but we were visiting with family and everything. So maybe next time we come to the coast, we'll be able to hit some more spots. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe. And as always, live in light of the kingdom.